Hello, I'm Rich Krebs, and welcome to this week's BizShare Networking Show. It's a show where multiple businesses share their social media friends with each other. So get ready to hear about 4 great companies and a local nonprofit. You might even want to offer your services to these companies. But please make sure you say hi on their Facebook pages and give them an opportunity to serve you and your friends. Now let's get this show moving. You know, running a business is not as easy as the Field of Dreams where you think, oh, if you build it, they will come. It doesn't work that way. You need a great team behind you, and Marketing Plus could be that team. Ms. Julie Lucido, the CEO, how are you?
Very good today.
Good. A lot of people think when they open a business, boy, my business is going to be so good, the word's going to spread like wildfire, and they don't have a marketing plan. A marketing plan is crucial.
It really is crucial. It also allows you to know where you go and where you've been.
Okay.
You know, how do you track your success and what you've been doing? We meet a lot of people out there like, oh yeah, I bought that because, you know, I knew a guy, or I bought that, oh, it was a good deal. Did it do anything for you? I have no idea. Well, if you have the proper marketing plan in place, you can go back and have those check marks. Was that effective? Should we do it again? Should we not do it again? We will actually meet and strategize with companies, which is crucial, and dig into where are you today? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Sure.
It does partner with their business plan. We craft the specific tactics for each client. Maybe radio, TV is the best place to put their message. Maybe it is online and social media. Maybe it is just a PR campaign. Maybe they're launching a new product. We need to get alternative. We need to get samples in editors' hands. You know,
Sure.
What are the best ways to go about that? We need to launch it in a new trade show. You know, we're in development. We can assist them with building the plan and then making sure each step is followed. The critical error a lot of companies make is nothing's consistent.
Right.
You know, the best marketing companies, it looks the same. You can look at half of an image and know that is that company, and that's what we try and do for our clients, is bring them the consistency, because they're too busy in their day-to-day
Sure.
lives running their business.
Right. Which is the point I think that you should take home right now for Marketing Plus is run your business, let Marketing Plus handle the marketing. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with the next guest. But my father likes to tell me that like a fine wine, he only gets better with time, and when I see those glasses slide to the end of his nose, I realize maybe his vision not so much. But Fogg, Maxwell, Lanier & Remington Eye Care can help us out. Ms. Michelle Miller, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, but I've got some questions about cataracts or maybe glaucoma. There could be other things going on, but describe to me what happens when someone has cataracts.
So over time, your vision will change, and sometimes you'll notice that it may become cloudy or not as clear as it used to be.
Okay.
So a lot of times, the doctor might see a cataract or something forming in your eye.
Okay. And that's just like a cloudy spot or something that
Yes.
goes onto the lens?
Yes, so on the lens, a cloudy film sort of builds up over time, and the doctor can actually remove that if it's affecting your vision.
Okay. How does that differ then from glaucoma?
Glaucoma is when your pressure in your eye is high, and that can cause blindness.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
big difference.
Oh yes,
Okay.
big difference.
I've heard other things in the news lately about another topic, macular degeneration. So that's something entirely different from those other two.
Yes, and there are treatments for macular degeneration, but it has to do with the macula behind the eye degenerating. You know,
Okay.
it's not working anymore.
Well, you have
falling
4
apart.
amazing specialists that work there in Dr. Fogg, Dr. Maxwell, Dr. Lanier, and Dr. Remington. Do all 3 of them then treat those, or are certain ones more specific to?
All of them can see a patient that has the macular degeneration.
Okay.
And as far as the glaucoma, Dr. Remington is our specialist in that.
Okay, but first and foremost, pick up the phone, make the phone call, and then they can start
Absolutely.
diagnosing the problem, figure out which of the 3 you may have,
Yes.
and treat it. That's the way to make it happen. Give them a call, Fogg, Maxwell, Lanier & Remington Eye Care, and start seeing clearly today. And our next guest is Mr. Marty Mayforth with the Madera Auto Center. Marty, how are you?
Rich, good to see you.
It's good to see you, and it's really good to see the smiling faces when I go into the Madera Auto Center. Because a lot of dealerships, it's kind of like they get you in, they make the sale, and that's it, and they never want to see you again. Well, that's not the case at Madera Auto Center.
No, we like to treat our customers like family. We want the return business, we want the referrals, we want the positive reviews. We want to know that when we're done, even though they've spent a lot of money for either a new or used vehicle, that it's been a good experience. that they're pleased with their purchase, they feel like everything's been adequately explained, and we want them back for service. We want them to be part of the family for a long time. So with us, it's more of a relationship.
Sure.
It's not just selling product, we want a long-term relationship with our customers.
And as long as you've been in the business at the Madera Auto Center, you've made a great success of it. So there's stories of generations, like the grandpa came back in, then his son came back in, then his grandson came back in to buy cars. That says a lot about what you do.
Yeah, I think any successful dealership, repeat business really is what makes them a success. And yes, we've had lots of grandfathers, grandsons, sisters, brothers. We have a lot of people that will bring their relatives from outside of the area to come in because they like the treatment that they've received at the store.
A lot of times you'll walk into a dealership and you kind of get that feeling of, who is the next salesman that's going to come up and start hounding me? You pride yourself on making it almost feel like someone's walking into a living room.
Yeah, we like to make it comfortable. I mean, you know, like I said, it's a big purchase decision for a lot of people. They don't do it a lot of times during their life, and you know, you can have a bad experience, and then you're driving out in a new car that, you know, maybe you're not all that happy with because you're equating the experience with the product. So, you know, I think we try to focus on the customer. That's number one thing with us. I mean, the product is number two, but you know, our customer satisfaction through the years has been very, very high on both the Chevy and the Toyota side. So, you know, I think we do a pretty good job of it.
Sure, that's kind of the theme here at BizShare Networking, focusing on all the businesses that are here so that we can help bring you great products and services. So don't go anywhere. We'll have another guest right after this. Well, it's always fun when an old favorite starts making improvements and just makes a place that much better. And that's why we're welcoming our next guest, Miss Kathy Seegers of Wildwater Adventure Park. Kathy, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
You got big plans in 2012 for Wildwater Adventure Park?
Well, we're gearing up and we're real excited.
Tell me about some of the new improvements you've made. I mean, you've made it almost resort style with a lot of the cabanas and parent parks and things, so tell me a bit about that.
Well, that's what we found, that the cabanas make it real easy for people coming out for the day just with their immediate family, that they can reserve online in advance specific areas. And that's been a real smash hit. So we've expanded that again this year. We have cabana food service, so you can get waited on. And
VIP treatment.
VIP treatment, and people just like it. People are staying closer to home for vacations these days, and so we're finding that they like that resort feeling when they come, and they can bring friends from out of town or just expand their family experience.
And there's a lot of different fun things, you know, the usual, the food that the kids really love, but you've also got some options for the adults as well, which means it's that much more fun for the whole family.
Well, we do. We started expanding into some frozen drinks. We have a beer and wine license, so it's not heavy alcohol, but there's some flavored drinks out there. We make pina coladas and margaritas, and you know, you don't want to get too much in the hot sun, but you know, people come out, relax, want to have a foo-foo drink, a draft beer, you know, and again, that resort atmosphere.
Sure, and with 52 acres, you've created quite a resort.
Well, we think so. We got lots of trees and places to relax in the sun. I mean, out of the sun, in the sun, play on the rides. It's a complete experience.
Well, it's a good point that you bring up because, you know, a lot of places up and down the state that are built just like yours, they just haven't thought about the trees. So there's really no place to hide from the sun after you've had enough.
Well, we're a real park. Most places aren't. You know, they are a park in the sense that a theme park is a park, but we're really a picnic park. We started out that way, and we haven't abandoned that atmosphere that we have. We've just enhanced it.
Yeah, and I love it. Well, you need to enhance your summer and get out to Wildwater Adventure Park 2012. It's going to be a smash. You want to be on the cutting edge and one of the first ones through the door. See all the new improvements they've made. Don't go anywhere. More BizShare after this. But we're happy to bring you some great information on Goodwill Industries in the San Joaquin Valley. And Mr. Earl Brown, how are you, sir?
Pretty good, Rich. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And I kind of want to talk about what makes Goodwill tick. And a lot of the local businesses help out by sponsoring donation sites where people can come and drop off goods. Give me a little insight on that.
Absolutely. Yes, businesses have stepped up really well in the Fresno metro area to host donation drives for Goodwill. One in particular is coming up mid-April with Pelco by Schneider Electronics.
Okay.
They're going to host a Goodwill drive for their employees during their Earth Week festivities mid-April.
What types of items are then you collecting?
Household items, clothing, shoes, old electronics. All of these items are channeled through our retail stores, and the revenues from those items are used to fund our job training and job placement services.
Well, it's good to hear that you're taking in electronics. A lot of people don't know what to do with their e-waste, and then you offer those services.
Absolutely. Goodwill is a state-certified e-waste collector. We're certified by the state to accept e-waste 7 days a week at all of our donation centers and stores, and it's free.
Well, part of these donations, once they've been brought in and then go through your retail centers, that helps fund the programs then that enrich other lives by teaching people the skills they need to go out and seek employment.
That's right. All of our services and training services are free to the public. All of our programs are free to the public, and once they graduate from the program, we network with businesses in the area to find employment for these individuals.
And I'm sure your networking efforts are huge. What about the businesses that just say, you know what, Earl, I didn't realize what you offered, and they're trying to get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with us by way of our website and also calling us directly. Our website is www.goodwill-sjv.org.
Well, Earl, you made a drive for us today. We sure appreciate your time.
Rich, we really appreciate you having us.
Well, thanks for watching this edition of our BizShare Networking Show. If you or your business would like to take part in this creative and remarkable social media concept, give my friends at Adventure Video a call, and they will put your company in the spotlight.